Hello everyone. In this video, we will be solving questions from exercise 3.5. Before that, we will learn about speed, time and distance. What are the basic formulas? How does it work? Let's see. See, the very first thing, what we all already know from very junior classes, that speed multiply time gives us distance. How? Let's see that I am driving a car at 50 kilometer per hour. What does this speed means? That in 1 hour my car is covering a distance of 50 kilometers. Very simple. If I am traveling for 3 hours, then tell me how many kilometers am I covering? I am covering, you will say, sir, in 1 hour if you are traveling 50 kilometers, in 3 hours you will be covering 150 kilometers. Very simple. This is how it works. Now, few more formulas what we have to remember for this particular exercise is, see, point number 2, when distance is constant, speed is proportionate to inverse of time, 1 by time, or you can also say speed is equal to k by time. To convert this proportionate symbol into equals, we use some k. K is some constant number. Okay. Now this was when distance is constant. What happens when time is constant? If time is constant, then what happens? Then distance is proportionate to speed. What does this mean? That if the speed is higher, the distance covered will be higher. If the speed is lower, the distance covered will be lower. You can write it as distance is equal to k multiply speed. Simple. Like this only you can say, when speed is constant, then distance is proportionate to time. Okay. Now you can say d1 distance is equal to k into time. Now see, point number 3 here is very important. It will come many times in our exercise. What is average speed? Be very careful. Okay, there are different cases, such as case number 1. What is this? If time is same, when traveling time is same. What does it mean? See, they want to say that traveling time is same. For example, there is A is driving a car. They are saying A is driving a car and he drove at 50 kilometers per hour for 3 hours. And then he drove 70 kilometers per hour again for the next 3 hours. Okay. They are saying first he drove at 50, then he drove at 70. He drove at both the speed exact same time, 3 hours and 3 hours. So if now we want to find the average speed, how will we find? We can find average speed as very simple. Average speed will be 50 plus 70 by 2, that is 60 kilometers per hour. Why you can directly write it like this? Because the traveling time is exactly same. So the formula became here, when the traveling time is same, then x kilometer per hour plus y kilometer per hour divided by 2. We have to find the average speed. How can you find the average speed? Just add both the speed, divided by 2, you can find the average speed. When does it change? See the case number 2. What if distance traveled is same? What will happen? See, now what they want to say, they are saying A is driving a car. A is driving a car at 50 km per hour and he covers say 150 kilometers. Okay. Then he is driving at 30 km per hour and while driving at 30 he again covers 150 kilometers. Simple. At both the speeds the distance travelled is same. What is the distance travelled? 150 kilometers, 150 kilometers. So how will you find the average speed in this case? See, the average speed will be equal to 2 multiply 50 multiply 30 divided by 50 plus 30. It will become 5 3s are 15, 1500 to 3000 by 80. Average speed will be 0 0 cancel, 8 2 4 2s are 475 are. So your average speed will be 37.5 kilometer per hour. Understood? Now how did this formula came? See, the distance travelled is same. Your formula will be 2 into xy by x plus y. This is your average speed. This is the formula for average speed when the distance travelled is same. If you want to know the derivation, I'll just tell you. See, total distance covered was, this is the derivation part, okay. It will not come in your exam, I am just explaining how the formula came. Total distance covered is, see, first we can say they covered d kilometers and then they again covered d kilometers at different speed. Simple enough. So I can say, you can understand it like this also, 2d kilometers is covered. How? See, first I covered 150 kilometers, then again I covered 150 kilometers at different speeds. So I am writing first I covered d plus again I covered d because the distance is same. So I can say total distance covered is 2d kilometers. Now after this what happens? How much is the time taken? Time taken is first distance travelled by what is the speed? I can say x kilometers. Then for the next part d at y kilometer. You can understand this like this. Suppose for x kilometer per hour I covered this d kilometers. Then at y kilometer per hour I covered this d kilometers. Very simple. Now time taken will be, we all know that time is equal to distance by speed. So I have written here time is equal to distance by speed and distance by speed. Now after this we all know that distance is given, time is given. You can find the average speed. Average speed will be, speed we all know. What is speed? Distance by time. What is the total distance? 2d. What is the time? First d by x is taken, then d by y is taken. So you can write it as 2d. This will become dy plus dx divided by xy. Then rewriting it, it will become 2dxy, here dx plus dy, taking d common, 2dxy x plus y, dd will be cancelled and your formula will be 2xy by x plus y. Understood? Simple enough. This is what we have already learnt here, 2xy plus 2xy by x plus y. This is just the derivation of this entire thing. Understood? Very easy. Now we'll be solving few questions from our exercise 3.5. Let's begin. Now see, exercise 3.5 question number 1 says, a person crosses a bridge 900 meters long in 3 minutes. Find his speed in kilometer per hour and meter per second. First thing what we have to remember is, see, if you are been given any kind of speed in kilometer per hour, say it is given x kilometer per hour, okay. Now if you want to convert that into meter per second, what will you do? You will multiply it by 5 by 18 and whatever result you will get here, this is your meter by second. Same thing if suppose something is given, say z meter per second, if that you have to convert, you will multiply it by 18 by 5 and the answer will be in kilometer per hour. Simple enough. Now what is given in the question? It says a person is crossing bridge of 900 meters. So I can say distance is equal to 900 meters. Time taken is 3 minutes. What is the speed? See, this is in meters, this is in minutes. So first you have to convert it into seconds. So you can say 3 into 60, that is 180 seconds. Now say speed is equal to distance by time. Distance is 900 meters. Time is 180 seconds. So we can directly write 18 5s are 90, 5 meter per second. If you can think carefully, whatever unit we are writing here, meter, second, that only will come here, but just be very careful, okay. 5 meter per second we have got. Now we have to convert that into kilometer per hour. So what will we do? We can directly write here 5 multiply 18 by 5 kilometer per hour, which is nothing but 18 kilometer per hour. So your answer is 18 kilometer per hour, or you can say 5 meters per second. Simple enough. Now moving to the next question. Rishabh walks at 6 kilometers per hour and reaches his school in 1 hour 30 minutes. How far is his school? Very easy. See, distance is 6, sorry, distance is not given, it is speed is given. Speed is equal to 6 kilometers per hour. Then time taken is 1 hour 30 minutes. See, remember one thing. Now speed is given in kilometer per hour, but time is given 1 hour 30 minutes. You cannot take minute. You have to convert that into hour. So you can say 1 hour 30 minutes is nothing but 1.5 hours. How do we convert this? See, 30 minutes are there. To convert this into hours, what will we do? Divided by 60. So it will become 1 by 2 hours. 1 by 2 hours is nothing but 0.5 hours. That's why I have written here 1.5 hours. Okay. Now Speed is given, time is given. We can find the distance easily. Distance is speed into time, that is 6 into 1.5. Or just see how the units work. 6 kilometers per hour, time is 1.5 hours. So 6 into 1.5 is 9 kilometers. If you can think like this, now see, 6 kilometers per hour is there and I multiplied it with 1.5 hour, okay. We know 6 into 1.5 is 9, that is not a problem. See, units and units are also cancelling, r and r cancelled. So the answer will obviously in kilometers only. That's why distance is equal to 9 kilometers, okay. Understood? Now, moving further, you can say in this question at the end, how far is his school? Remember, you have to write what question is asking at the end. Therefore, Rishabh's school is 9 kilometers far from his house. You can write like this. Okay. Now, next question we have. Arki rides at 20 kilometers per hour to her office. Okay, so I can say the speed is 20 kilometers per hour, which is 15 kilometers away. Okay, so distance is 15 kilometers. How long will she take to reach the office? Time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is 15, speed is 20. So you can say 3 by 4, 3 by 4 hours. You can also say 3 by 4 hours. If you have to convert this into minutes, what will you do? 3 by 4 multiply, because you are converting hours into minutes. 60, you will get 45 minutes. You can leave your answer here also, there is no problem. 3 by 4 hours. Both are correct, okay. So at the end, what will you write? She takes 45 minutes to reach the office. That is very, very important. Please write that. Archie takes 3 by 4 hours or 45 minutes to reach the office. Simple enough? Now, the next question we have here. A man covers 1 by 3rd of his journey at 15 kilometers per hour, okay, and the remaining at 20 kilometers per hour. Fair enough. If he takes 10 hours to complete his journey, find the length of the journey. See. Now, see. How can we read this? If we draw a diagram, it will become very easy to interpret the data. See. Suppose this entire distance is x kilometers. X kilometers. Okay. 1/3 of his journey at 15 kilometer per hour. 1/3 of the journey. So can I say 1/3 of the journey is this much? So if total is x, I can say this is 1 by 3x kilometers, and the left is this, which is remaining part is 2 by 3x kilometers. Simple till now. They are saying a man covers 1/3 at 15 kilometer per hour. So at this stage the speed is 15 kilometer per hour. Then the speed became 20 kilometer per hour. Simple. This is what the question is saying. Now what question is asking? If he takes 10 hours to complete the journey, 10 hours to complete the journey means total time taken, total time taken to complete the journey is 10 hours. Do not miss to write the units. Always write the units 10 hours, 5 meters, seconds, everything. This is 10 hours. Now they are saying find the length of the journey. Length is what? Length is this, x kilometers. Okay, this we have to find. Now, be with me, very simple. See. Here we have two cases. If you can see, this is the first case and then this is the second case. We will write both the things. At speed 15 kilometers per hour. How much is the distance covered? You will say, sir, distance is 1 by 3x. Distance covered is 1 by 3x, or you can say x by 3 kilometers. Okay. If I tell you at speed of 20 kilometers per hour, now I ask you how much is the distance covered? You will say, sir, distance is the remaining distance. So distance there is 2 by 3 of x, or we can say 2x by 3 kilometers. Simple. Now see, the first thing they are saying, this is the speed and distance, then this is the speed and distance. When speed and distance is given, we know how to find the time. So I can write here, for this time taken is distance by speed, that is nothing but distance is x by 3, and what is the speed? Speed is 15, so you can write here 15, that is x by 45, and the unit will be hours, x by 45 hours. Like this, here time taken is, how much is the distance? Distance is 2x by 3. How much is the speed? 20. So you can write here x by 30 hours. But sir, why are we focusing to find out the time? Because in our question they have mentioned a detail that time taken to complete the journey is 10 hours. So if we can find how much time has been taken, we can say that, now listen very carefully, total time is 10 hours. It means this time plus this time taken is nothing but 10 hours. Understood? Time taken for this journey and time taken for this journey, both will be 10 hours only. So you can say x by 45 plus x by 30 is equal to 10, because it is already given in the question. You can take LCM, 90, 2x plus 3x is equal to 10. So 5x is equal to 10 multiply 90. X will be 2 multiply 90. 5 2s are 10. X you will get 180 kilometers. Sorry, 180 hours. Oh wait, X is. Therefore, x is equal to 180. 180 kilometers. Remember this thing. X was our distance. So, how much is the total distance? 180 kilometers. Understood? So, we can say that the length of his journey is x kilometers. X kilometers is nothing but 180 kilometers. Simple enough. Now, moving further to the next question. Harpreet covered a certain distance at 5 kilometers per hour in 4 hours 12 minutes. Find the time required to cover the same distance at the speed of 7 kilometers per hour. So see, again there are two things. First is at speed 5 kilometers per hour and when time taken is 4 hours 12 minutes. When it is given 4 hours 12 minutes, you can say 4 hours 12 minutes you have to convert in hours, so 12 by 60 hours, that is nothing but 4, 12 ones are 12 5s are 1 by 5 is nothing but 0.2, so 4.2 hours. Simple. Now This is time, this is speed. They are saying they covered a certain distance. They have not given the distance. They are saying if he drives at 5 km per hour and if he drives for 4.2 hours, he will cover a certain distance. Now, what we can do, we can find the certain distance now only. Distance is equal to speed into time. That is, speed is how much? 5 into time is 4.2 hours. So distance will be 5 4s are 20, 21 kilometers. This is your distance. Now what they are saying? Find the time required to cover the same distance. It means they want to say, if you want to cover the same distance means distance of 21 kilometers. If they are saying that to cover the same distance of 21 kilometers at the speed of 7 km per hour, means speed is 7 km per hour. Find the time taken. So time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is 21, speed is 7. You can say time taken is 3 hours to complete that particular journey. Understood? Simple enough. After question number 5, we will do from the question number 6 in the next video. Thank you so much.